the software will start running those numbers. It has already started, and it's running those numbers by itself and checking. So you can see it's going to run 105 of them. It has gone to 225 possibilities. So it just keeps checking for these numbers. I'm going to pause and then try to explain. Let me just try to explain what is happening. If you look here, you are going to see that the length changes as time goes on. For example, the first one is 4755. The second one is 4755. But when it gets to the third option, when the username is ending with 2 and the password is ending with 0, it goes to 4749. So he assumes that, it's an assumption of course, he assumes that from the first option to the fifth option, he has a higher probability of hacking your account. So he's going to save the first to the fifth as a possibility of hacking your account with a username. So we'll just close that. And we should keep in our mind, let's keep in our mind please, that the first option to the fifth option is 1 million, then 1,000,001, 1,000,002, right up to 1,000,005. So according to the program, that is the first thing he can do. That's the first username he can use to hack your account. But he doesn't know your password yet. So he will try the password with what we call the word file. So let's try the password with the word file. We go back to the positions. And in the position, he will clear all of it and just take care of only your password. Okay. Now, getting to your password, he needs what we call a word list. So he needs a word list. A word list is just a list of numbers, of letters, numbers that can be used. So he's going to change the attack type called sniper. And you can know what sniper means. Sniper means he's targeting one thing and one thing only. So let's try to create a word list, still using the same technique we used before. But this time around, we're just going to write a few numbers. So let's write something like this. Okay, so I just created a very short word list of some random numbers. So I want to run that attack against that number in particular. Okay. So he's now going to select the password file instead. The password. Good. And then it goes to intruder, start attack. Okay. So as you can see clearly, we have not contacted anyone. Someone can do this from the comfort of his own home. And very soon it's going to start checking again to see if any of the passwords might work. So some guys use passwords that are millions of times daily. We're going to see how this goes on. I think that started doing that already. So we're looking for anything that's not 200. Like you can see the status is writing 200 downwards. Okay. Now, they finishes that up, and all of them have the status of 200 and the same length. So the hacker knows that any of these passwords might work. So let's just give a wide guess and try the fourth option. And so we go back to the website of the bank. And then the first thing he does is now he removes the connection he did with the bomb suit. And to do that, he goes to the advanced, the setting, and then he says so that the computer can communicate directly now with your bank. But this time around, he asks an additional information. Okay. Closes the first tab. Okay, so he's back to your website, and remember, when we were doing the research, he came across 1 million and 1, right up to 5, as a possible login. So let's use 1 million and 5. And then he came across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as a possible password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he enters into the captcha code, which is 980, for this case, 58. And then he tries to log in. Under normal circumstance, your bank is supposed to refuse that this is not correct. But it seems your bank accepted as if it's correct. We've noticed that. Your bank accepted that is correct. That is your username. And it even shows you there that your username is 1,000,005, which is not correct. The thing is, he is now fooling your banking server. Your bank is giving information that it's not supposed to do. Now, he can easily go to transaction. He's working out comfortably. And he sees the sender's account number. And then under he sees recipient's account number. You can put an account number now. So I put my father's account number. And then he asks me for the amount I want to transfer. My father needs 1 million. So I put 1 million. And all I need to do is do what? Click enter, right? And my father gets 1 million. But we're not going to do that. And then he can go through a history of transactions and see what you've done. You've not done any. He can now change your password very easily. Your current password, according to him, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he writes a new password. We're just going to write AISCON. And he repeats AISCON. And if he presses enter, he is the owner of your bank account. You have been kicked out of your bank account. All the money does not belong to you. He can now do what he wants to do. And if you go to your bank, they are going to see that you made a legitimate change of your password. And the bank will tell you for security reasons they cannot give you your password. So you need to go and remember. But you've already lost a lot of money. So that's how someone can hack into your bank account without contacting your bank, without contacting you, directly from his own laptop at home. Are we really safe? Okay. So that's the end of my talk. Questions? Yes, Andy.
I really want to thank you for that presentation. Then how can someone protect his account so that nobody can enter it?
Very, very, very nice question. At this level, it goes out of the hand of the customer to the bank. At this level, it goes to the security of the bank itself. And before I started my talk, I said more than 90% of banks in Africa are using this software. So your account can easily get lost like this today, right now. So you need to contact your bank if you want to secure your account and tell them that it's possible for someone to hack into iBank. And most banks in Africa uses iBank, not the Pro version. We've just hacked into the Pro version, but they're using the normal iBank that we know. So they're like 2 steps behind. Any other questions?
I have 2 points to make, but the first one, what do you need to do if you realize your bank is failing to protect you?
Okay. Alright, that's very nice. According to the Spam Act, which was developed in Australia, accepted by the United States, if you feel you are not safe with your bank, you have 2 options. The first option is to tell your bank you are not safe. The second option is to leave the bank. Now, most people like to go with the first option because we have attachment to our banks, like it or not. It's not easy to switch banks. So the first thing you can do is you can showed them that at AISCON, someone showed how easy it was to hack into their account, into your account. And because of that, you are not feeling safe. So what can they do? What can they inform you more? Can they give you more details? Because even with information, right? Even if you're having the SMS notification, once I change your password, it's done. There's nothing you can do. And your bank does not have that right to give you back that password. It's beyond them. So the real thing is, this method is scary. But it's just nice to show. You said you have to.
The other one is, it concerns AISCON. I may use the wrong terminology here, but excuse me. That to a large extent, I may see that people are like fishing in the wrong market. That is to contact the banks and maybe